10. So naturally, John should come up, you know.
3, 2, 1, you're up.
Make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
Second.
Oh, you are the.
Okay.
Bob,
Bob.
I still you thought.
No, good. Bob made a motion to come out of executive session. Jared seconded. Are there any discussions? And I guess at this time I should say let the record reflect or
Vote first.
Vote first. Okay. Let's
No,
take.
you're good. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I
I'm
vote
right.
in favor.
Hey,
Record reflect. Yeah.
Let the record reflect that
Right.
no decisions or actions were made during the executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I don't think
Pass.
so on that one.
Mr. President, we've got 3 items, if the board is of a mind to do so, to add to our agenda. Let me list those for you. The first item is our supplement salary payable to the district attorney. The second item is approval of offers of just compensation on 2 different files on the Gunner Road project. And the third item is a discussion and potential action on a moratorium for property adjacent to and around the airport.
Make a motion to put those 3 items on the agenda.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to add these 3 items to the agenda by Bob, second by Jared. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Motion passes.
On item 1, Mr. President, our current district attorney, when he assumed office by appointment of the governor in place of Mr. Guest, he came on at a salary supplement payable by the county of $5,000. At the time that Mr. Guest took the seat in Congress, his salary was being supplemented $8,000 by order of the board from 2013. So the current appointee in the district attorney's office has requested that his salary supplement be increased to match that which Mr. Guest had at the time that he went to Congress, and make that retroactive back to January 1. So in order to do that, we would need a motion to approve that increase in the salary supplement for the current district attorney.
Have a motion.
Second.
Daniel made a motion, Jared second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Two gun parcels.
2 Gunner and the X parcel on AC 11 on Andrew Chapel.
Okay, so you've got, the second item is approval of just compensation on the 2 Gunner Road parcels in accordance with the discussion that was had. These were potential litigation discussions. And so I would like for a motion to approve the 2 Gunner parcels and also the Andrew Chapel X parcel, the remnant parcel discussion, the approval of just compensation on each of those 3 items.
So
Motion. Second.
All right, we have a motion by Jay Bishop, second by Jared. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Third and final item of additional business is the discussion and potential authorization for a moratorium. This would be, let me give you a quick discussion that is addressing the property attenuated to the leasehold property that is controlled by the Jackson Municipal Airport Authority. This is in Rankin County, obviously. And so what we're asking the board to do is to consider effectively placing a moratorium in place during the pendency of the petitions for annexation that have been filed by the cities of Pearl and Flowood. They are seeking to annex unincorporated Rankin County that is immediately adjacent to and composed as the leasehold property controlled by Jackson Municipal Airport Authority, primarily along Highway 475 and along East Metro Parkway. So those parcels, that is the scope of your moratorium. You would be asked to not allow permits for any construction of any kind, including construction of billboards on any parcels that are within those annexation legal descriptions as filed by the cities of Pearl and Flowood. We need to do this because at the moment, the Board of Supervisors has ordinances in place that address issues like sign ordinance, billboard ordinance, and other things that may be different, may in fact possibly contradict the the ordinances that are in place for the cities of Pearl and Flowood. And they've already indicated a desire to annex those parcels. And so whatever the zoning is on parcels that come into the city by way of annexation, whatever that is, it becomes the zoning of the property when it goes into the city. And so we don't want to allow for any potential user to run ahead of the cities and try to, in effect, enact a use of the property that would not be consistent with the ordinances of the cities that are investigating bringing those parcels in by annexation. So this is simply to hold the status quo. I would also ask, as a part of the motion to establish the moratorium, that the board consider setting a public hearing so that in the event the annexations are delayed for some extraordinary period of time, for whatever reason, could be court proceedings that are ongoing, that this board would have an opportunity to consider rezoning the parcels in the interim so that it more accurately relates to the annexation, to the ordinances that are in place by those cities. Does that make sense? So it's a twofold. Hold what we got, put us in place to actually put zoning in place if we need to do that, or otherwise just simply hold the status quo until the cities have effectively annexed the property.
Can we set the public hearing another day?
We'll set the public hearing.
No, I mean, like, just not bring it up yet.
Just don't bring it up.
Yeah.
That's the prerogative of the board, but we do need to, we do need to get on the record some sort of notice, Jay.
We do?
Yeah,
All right.
that there will be a hearing on, and I'm not suggesting that we necessarily, for instance, the
I was
last
just
board-
saying that we will set a public hearing.
Right.
Just not set the date.
Well, no, sir, we need to put a date in place. Let me say this. What we did on the prior moratorium around the city of Puckett, the town of Puckett, we set that hearing off for 6 months. You set the moratorium in place, but we set the hearing date 6 months out. And so we can give whatever room or flexibility we need to give. We just got to make sure we don't set it too quickly because we've got notice requirements that we've got to get out there. So I would say, like, May 15th would be an adequate period of time for our hearing. Or August 15th.
That's a little better. All right. I'll put that in form of motion.
Yeah, second.
All right. Jay's made the motion, Daniel second. Any other discussion? I have a question, and this is easy for you.
Yes, sir.
Do the city's plans join?
Yeah, they asked us to do this.
I know, I mean, I understand, but I'm just want that, so.
They connect.
They're going,
What he's
They're,
asking.
they're supposed to come and they're annexing East Metro. One's coming up, the other one's going down.
Yeah,
to get, and they'll, to meet.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I,
There, yes, sir.
So there's not gonna be something in the middle that we have to,
I want to say this on the record, I have not actually looked at the legal descriptions that are a part of the annexation petitions. I haven't looked at those. I've been told that there will no longer be any unincorporated Rankin County when they finish.
got you. Okay. Well,
Okay.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None? Motion
For the
passes.
record too, Mr. President, I need to get a formal resolution adopting the moratorium. Obviously, this came up at last minute, and so I don't have anything to put in front of you. So I would suggest I'm going to have a moratorium that would be signed by the president, an official order declaring the moratorium that'll be signed by the president. We'll get it in the record and then effectively get it pushed out to whomever might need a copy of that. So I'll try to get that within a couple of days.
Okay.
All right.
I want to add one other thing, just as a mention. First thing in regards to John Elliott, who will contact him? Will that be Slay? Will you contact John Elliott and tell him on the actions that was taken?
Yes, sir. I sure can.
I just want to be sure somebody notifies him at some point.
So-
Say, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Here's the update. We
He
need
would
you
be
next.
the
We need you next
logical
Monday
one,
or
I
whatever that
think.
is.
So I think my first call, with your permission, will be to Ms. Massey,
Yep.
our Justice Court Clerk,
Right.
to let her know what the board's decision is, and
Yeah.
then John immediately
Okay.
after.
Right after that. The second thing I wanted to mention, Janice, if you don't mind, when we come in, I don't know how it goes in the wording, but on Judy's issue under item 6, that was when we asked them, we gave them permission to take this other additional class. That's a pay raise class. Again, so we know it's not on our agenda written that way, but anytime it comes up, just for me, my purposes,
I agree.
when they're going to get a pay raise class, from my own ignorance, just as a reminder that, by the way, Daniel, if you approve this class here, the tax collector revenue 1, that's a pay bump. I just like to see it in the minutes where I can, in my mind, know that, hey, we are voting
agree.
for them to go to the
I
class, and
agree.
we're voting for them the pay raise. We had a bunch of discussion last year. We had a bunch of those people take classes, and we didn't realize they were pay raise classes. We thought they were just
Yeah.
extra educational classes. Then all of a sudden we get hit with
A surprise.
$12,000 worth of pay adjustments because of the classes and education that they'd been given. So, just for my own ignorance, would you put it on there, just basically saying that this is what that is, if you don't mind, please?
I don't know
One
what
thing,
he,
Daniel, I'll say is that some of these classes are required and some of them aren't.
Yeah.
would like to know
Determine
something.
Well,
that.
I mean,
I'll have
and
to-
that would be also a required class to take for their job description. Just some additional information, because I know when they
Oh,
come
well,
up to
I don't know
talk,
that.
we don't always
Judy
hear.
will have to,
Judy's not always forthcoming, right?
They're
when I put things
required?
on.
I didn't know any of them were required.
to get,
I think
To get a pay
I-
raise,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I think some of them required
For the position?
for one of the positions, like,
If they're
when they
moving
were
up.
certified originally for the new system coming in and things like that. But some of these are required if they're gonna do some of that, and I'll find out which ones
And
it is.
Miss One, I'm gonna forget it. Some people, if I don't say it right now, but when we start looking at the budget side, when they see that next year they're gonna have somebody come in that's gonna take X number of classes and it's gonna require $5,000 in pay raises, when they submit their budget to you, I'd kind of like for them to say on the front side, in the next 2 years, I plan on these 4 people taking these classes and getting this additional funds, because we hadn't been budgeting for that. And
Potentially, they could
our
get this,
our
yeah.
department heads hadn't been coming up front on the budget side, saying we're going to need $5,000 of additional money to pay this person's class and certification. So as we go through that this summer, if you don't mind just filing that away, I'll forget it. So I'm going to need you to remember.
they're aware you're gonna be asking them about that.
We had a pretty lengthy discussion last year on that very issue. So, thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm done, Mr. President.
And it
Anything
goes
else?
unopposed and just comes up with all kind of stuff.
It's
you know?
crazy, isn't it?
Is
I
there
make a
any-
motion, we adjourn to March 15th at 9 a.m.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to
Steve, you over
adjourn.
here for something?
No, I'm sorry, recess.
It is a
Sorry,
recess.
Yes.
Make up your mind, Bob.
We have a motion from
Almost
Bob
screwed it up.
to recess until March 15th, second by Jay.
I don't know.
Any discussion? None.
Won't speak to us again.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Motion passed. We are recessed.
Craig asked him, so he doesn't have.